Well, Genevieve, it is almost Valentine's Day. It is Valentine's season, as we like to call it in the industry. Of course, love is in the air. It's all around. I know we're both looking forward to that romantic time. But I have to also acknowledge the fact that sometimes for our clients, this can be an exciting time of year, depending on maybe they're dating somebody new, or it can be a very difficult time of year, constantly being surrounded and reminded of love and the thing that they're really searching for as well. So do you have any wisdom for anybody struggling with this time of year?
Yes, Heather. About 30 years of wisdom on Valentine's Day as a matchmaker. The one thing I always tell people is don't buy into the commercial side of Valentine's. Even couples don't always buy into the commerciality of Valentine's and don't celebrate it. I always think that Valentine's, it's one of those things, isn't it? Whenever you're heightenedly aware of something, you see it everywhere. So if you're trying to avoid Valentine's, if you're trying to avoid Easter or trying to avoid chocolate or trying to avoid wine, you see it everywhere, don't you? You see it everywhere. It's almost like there's all the special offers on the things that you're trying to avoid to lure you in. And it's the same with Valentine's. When you're single, it almost seems that sticking point that all you do is you see loved up couples, you see these romantic movies always on the TV, all the adverts are love hearts. Every store you go into, there's hearts and flowers galore everywhere. So what I always say to any single that I'm working with that's struggling around this time is love yourself and put yourself first and just ignore and block out everything else that's going on around you. It's one of those things that you have to focus on you have to focus on your friends, you have to focus on your family. One of the things that I've done before is when I've done events around Valentine's for singles is I've said to people, bring a flower or bring a candle, bring something for somebody else. So you can give a gift of love to a friend. You can give a gift of love to family. It doesn't necessarily need to be a romantic partner. It can be somebody that, love is love. It doesn't have to always be romantic. And give something to yourself as well. If you really want to treat yourself on Valentine's Day, you should be your number one love.
Absolutely. I love the idea of acknowledging and celebrating the love that is around us, not focusing in on what we don't have, because you're right, it becomes this heightened awareness of something that we really, really want, which makes it feel unachievable. It makes it feel very lonely. It makes it feel sometimes causes depression, depressive feelings. And so if we take a moment to set that aside and we have the opportunity to look around at the people that really do love us. And I love the idea that, hey, give them a gift, give them a special note, give them something to honor that relationship. And isn't it too that is wonderful practice for the partner that we will be looking forward to in the future, that we recognize in these special moments, whether it's a holiday or it's just a random Friday, that we have the opportunity to share how much we love these people that love us as well. What a great start.
Totally. And you know what? It's one of those things where it is important to share the love. Right now, my dog's running around behind me, so I apologize for any little noises. He's trying to share the love. It's Friday and it's dinner time. He wants me to show him how much he's loved by feeding him. But it's one of those things where it is all about love. It's about connecting and block out the commercial side, block out what it doesn't mean to you and think about what it does mean to you. And also it's a period of reflection. I know when I was single that I used to think about, okay, so let me think about the type of person I want to spend Valentine's with. Let me focus on what love does mean to me and what I want to attract into my life. So there's lots of positive things that you can do during this time. There really are.
One thing we had talked about when we were chatting the other day that I'd love to share as a tip that is a tangible way for people to remind themselves of exactly just that, what you just said, which is love is. What is love? And how do I define it? Not those big commercials, not when I walk into Walgreens just to get my next lip liner and I'm smacked in the face with all of these, fruits and flowers, but really a way for me to be able to keep grounded and remind myself that I am lovable. What is love to me? And you and I had talked about the idea that there's a really great way to remind yourself of love. And write it on a stick-em note, right? 3 stick-em notes. You write down love is, and you fill in the blank, or I am, and you fill in the blank, or I love, and you fill in the blank with the person that you just love so much. You put one on the bathroom mirror, you put one on the door as you're leaving and you look at it, and you put one at your office space so that you're constantly reminded and grounded in reminding yourself that this is just a moment in time. I'm still lovable. I love to love. And one day I will find a partner that I get to share that with. But right now I've got plenty of people in my life, including myself, that love me, right? And that should be the celebration.
It should. And one of the things I often say to clients is put on the sticker, I love, and then whatever it is about me. So I love, my sense of humor. I love how I wake up happy every day. It can be really simple things. I love how I'm the first one to organize all the friendship groups. So there's lots of different things that you can say. And you can just even say, I love the fact that I'm so hopeful about love. And so invested, and invested in the whole love process. And I think that's something that's very important, that we don't forget about that. And, self-love comes in so many ways. It could be just having a bath. It could just be eating healthy for a week. It could be, going to the gym or going for a swim, going for a sauna, booking a massage. I remember when I was single, one of the things I used to love doing on Valentine's Day was saying, I'm going to have a massage. I'm going to treat myself. And it's that act of physical touch as well. So it's nice because you miss that connectivity with somebody. So massage and little treats for you can be very rewarding and very fulfilling. And it's part of you loving you. So I think it's really important that we don't forget to connect with that.
Can I ask you a question?
Go on.
What would you put on your note card? I love blank about myself.
I love me for being me.
Your authenticity. I love that about you as well. Absolutely. That's beautiful. So what a magical way to just ground yourself and just, remind yourself of what love really is. And I like to say that Valentine's Day is a really exciting holiday. I know it's a commercial holiday. I know all of those things that are being said, but I love that we have the opportunity to remind ourselves and kind of remind ourselves not only of the evolution of love, right, within ourselves, that love was this when we were younger, and it was this in our adolescence, and it was this when we were identifying who we were, and now it's this for me today. It's a really exciting opportunity to just stand on your soapbox and say, I'm awesome, right? And so lean into that, everybody. That is your project and that is your homework, because you are lovable. And this is a worthy holiday, whether you're in a relationship or not. So appreciate, Genevieve, your words of wisdom, your examples, your share about what you love about yourself. And we hope
there
that
is one thing
helpful.
I want to share, though. I want to give one last tip, because I think this actually is the most important thing that you can do, is you can't expect other people to love you until you love yourself. Oh. And I think that is something that we mustn't forget, and we need to hold on to and harness. And you know what? Take a chance. If one of the matchmakers has given you a date and you're not too sure, take a chance on Valentine's. If you're feeling a bit anxious about dating, just step yourself out of your comfort zone. Do something a little bit different on Valentine's Day. You never know. That chance encounter, that chance date might be just the one that keeps you out of the single category for the rest of your life.
Absolutely. Take a chance on love.
Take a chance on love.
That is a great, quote. All right. Well, thank you so much, Genevieve. And of course, all of our viewers, we hope that you have found this helpful. And if you love learning and if you love advice and you love these topics, please like, subscribe. We love to share content and tips, and we love all things love. We love talking about it. So we want to be able to help you and support you through your journey of finding lasting love. And of course, if you're interested in our matchmaking services, please go to matchmakingcompany.com, where we would love to be able to see if we can help you find your perfect match. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. Thanks, Genevieve.
Happy Valentine's Day. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.